Hey everybody, it's Old School Nerd. Welcome in. Today, it's a little bit different. Remember that I said that because I think me saying it's a little bit different is the key to understanding what we're about to do. We're going to sit back and relax, and we're going to enjoy something from a perspective of musicianship, creativity, and passion. This is a full album review of the new album from The Cost. It's their debut album, in fact. It's called Doppler Affection, which is kind of the look that my wife gives me when the beard is good. And, you know, kind of, yeah, it's like you can feel it. Exactly. It has kind of a jazzy, rhythmic connotation. Anytime you talk about Doppler, you think about sound waves, The Cost. All right, so why are we talking about this? Well, a couple reasons. Number one, I love musicianship. I love creativity. I love folk music. I love jazz. I love funk. I love metal. But if you can find a way to put them all together and make it amazing, you got me. My favorite bands are as follows. Huge fan of Rush. Huge fan of Tool. Huge fan of Porcupine Tree. Huge fan of, yeah, I get it. It's progressive music. Do you, Coheed and Cambria? You want me to keep going? I can. I don't like my music to go from point A to point B in a straight line, is what I'm saying. So if you can do a funky groove, I'm in. You can do something that changes keys, I'm there. Composition, arrangement, timing, yeah. All the bands I just listed, that's kind of what they do. And that's what I love. It's where you can tell a story through musicianship just as much as any vocals that are sung. Which brings us to The Cost. Now, why am I talking about this? Well, they dropped this album, and it is #1 in Spain. If you don't know why, you've been living away from YouTube for quite a bit. Because the drummer, Estepario Siberiano, is one of the 3 members of The Cost, and he has a humongous following on YouTube due to his creative percussion styles. Now, here's the thing. Estepario Siberiano has kind of built this identity on YouTube, and I think it's kind of misunderstood. Everyone knows him as the guy that can play super fast, or the guy that plays the 4-pedal sounds like a Ferrari engine. Yeah, I get all that. He's the guy that says, hey, hold my beer. No, never mind. I'll hold it and play with one hand. Okay, I get all that, okay? Yes, we have videos where he plays Slipknot one-handed, and it's incredible. But that's not what attracts me to his channel. His creativity, his outward thinking, his thought that to preserve what is great, reimagine it, make it your own, throw a little flair on it, and do something unexpected. And that's kind of what he's done. He's known as a metal drummer, but I gotta be honest with you, some of my favorite stuff he does is on a handpan, or when he's playing salsa, or something with a Spanish flair to it, or funky, or jazzy. It's not just about speed when it comes to Estepario Siberiano. It's the feeling, the groove. There's a reason why they call him the GROOVEFATHER, and if you understand his channel, it makes sense. Some of my favorite videos that I've ever done on my channel, and some of the favorite videos from my channel that all of you enjoy, are some of his recreations. Some of my favorites are, of course, his unique take on the song Numb from Linkin Park. In fact, his transitions into that rim hit, to this day, I still can't understand. And I will never really be able to wrap my head around it. So, you're Estepario Siberiano. You're one of the most popular drummers on social media. Everyone shows up just to see what the hell are you gonna do next. When Slipknot parted ways with their drummer, everybody wanted him to join the band. Everyone that thought they knew what they knew, which come to find out they don't know anything. You have to understand, Estepario has been in other bands. He's been in very large bands. Bands that if I say the name of right now, this video will be copyrighted. It's just the way it is. But does he want to go back and play for just a metal band? Does he just want to go up to a band and fill in and play someone else's vision, someone else's music? No. He said, I want to create something that is from right here, deep inside, that challenges this, but I feel it here. So what do? What kind of band could you join to do that? He didn't. He found two musicians from the UK. And their names, it blows my mind when I talk about this because they're unique people, okay? Chris Atwell is a jazz bass player. Yes, I'm trying to explain to you what I mean by that. He is a jazz bass player. And his buddy, Peter Connolly, is a jazz funk fusion guitarist / vocalist. And they were in a jazz progressive, I don't want to put it in a genre because it was so far out there. It wasn't a genre. It was literally Val Muse music, okay? Val Muse was the name of the band. And you should check them out, okay? Great band, great ensemble, amazing sounds, very unique. But they were different. And when you get those two guys in the same room with El Estepario Siberiano, apparently magic happened. Three unique people that believe in the art of jazz, the art of creativity, the art of not drawing a straight line from A to B, the art of, hey, if we make this album, we're not going to have any 4/4 measure counts, right? Perfect. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This was a vehicle that El Estepario talked about to where his vision of creativity and passion could be brought to the music, not just as a hired hand to see how fast he could play, but to really do something different. And then he found two brothers that do exactly that. The name of the band is The Cost. Now, I understand this new album is #1 in Spain. If you're in the United States, look for it on your different streaming platforms. If it comes up as a San Francisco punk band from 2003, keep scrolling. I promise you that's not the same thing. You will find them. No, they are not the Christian worship album either. Algorithm, man. Algorithm. Okay, so what is this video about? Am I going to talk about the album? Yes. But we're not going to talk about the stuff I've already seen. I have reactions. I have reactions to multiple songs from this band. I have reactions to Not For Me. I have reactions to Into the Drone. I have reactions to Rogue. I have those reactions. You can check them out in the description. We're not going to talk about the stuff that everybody's already seen and everyone's familiar with. We're here for one simple purpose. If every song that this band has released is a unique story, a unique style, a unique passionate vision, what about the rest of the album? I have a feeling that just like many other albums from bands that I've mentioned in this video already, some of my favorite tracks will probably be not the singles. Why? Because, well, when you put out a single, you're trying to, it's kind of like fishing. You're putting out the most delectable piece, the thing that's going to gather the biggest fish. That's marketing, right? But what about the crazy recipe or the crazy lure that is all different colors and rattles and stuff? The crazy song. I'm sure there's got to be one of them in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go by song, listen to them, enjoy them, talk about them a little bit, and try to explain in a way that gets you to realize this might be the breakout underground band that isn't on a major label, doesn't have all this marketing, doesn't have this push, but it could be one of the best musician concept playlist type albums. There's gonna be a song on this album, I promise you, is gonna go into your playlist and it's gonna go on repeat. Now, let's find out which one it is. Now, here we go. The first song we're gonna check out is, of course, the first track on the album. The number one, it's called The Bricklayer. Now, the names of these songs kill me. The Bricklayer, okay, I'm thinking it's gonna be throwing it down heavy, right? Counting Every Dime. Sounds like it's gonna be a fast one. Not for me. We already know that one. Both the original and the incredible acoustic version that I play every time I'm on Twitch playing video games. Sorry, I love that song. One of a Kind. Yep, each one of them is. Her Eyes, which we did actually do a reaction. That's the one that has the special guest that everyone loved. A passionate storytelling, grips your heart out. Ginger. Nope. With the G, not the J, but probably will be just as funky, which we love. Then Into the Drone, we've done a reaction to that one. Floods. Could be wave after wave of passion, we don't know. Rogue and King of Illusion, both have already been released. One of them, Rogue, I've done a reaction to. King Illusion, I haven't, but we're gonna definitely play King Illusion again because I wanna check it out. Are you ready? Starting off with The Bricklayer. This is the first song out of 10 on Doppler Affection. Or as I like to say, the way my wife looks at me when the beard is right.
Not the same. Can't hear my words when I scream. Cue for the massive break. I know it's only a dream.
How good of a bass player is Chris Atwell? Holy crap! So The Bricklayer, I know a lot of you thought it's going to be the guy that with the sticks and the flippies and no, it was Chris. Yeah, just. He's throwing bricks on the bass. I know. Okay. Thunderous way to come out on an album, I think. I'm in. Very funky. Digging this.
You know, the smoke all over, cannot breathe it. Brother, won't you show me how to live? I thought that I had nothing left to give. I thought that there was no blood I could. That I'm a dead man running. Locked in a freezing stare, ripping from my sense of self. They love but they don't care. Back home when somebody else carve out my humble space, enough to bury my world. Afraid to close my eyes and start all over again. You know, I built this place with my own hands. Hey brother, won't you show me how to live? I thought that I had nothing left to give. I thought that there was no blood I could bleed. I thought I'd never spend another blinding minute. Thought I saw it all when it was sweet.
All right, wow. Holy crap. Easy there, counting time. Hold your horses. You'll get your start. Jeez, man. It's one into the next. All right. Bricklayer. Wow. Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris Atwell. How you doing, buddy? All right. A lot of times I'll check out a song and I'll think in my brain like, ooh, some really good tom work. Ooh, I love that cymbal section, the way you're just kind of floating in there. Oh, yeah, I wonder if the drummer's going to be able to fit a quick roll in this little section. Wondering these things is pointless. Because if it is possible, we know it could happen from a drum perspective. Percussion-wise, anything that's possible, if it fits the vision, it's going to happen. I do enjoy the fact that for a band, the cost, it would be so easy and so much on the money-making side if the entire band was literally a vehicle to feed into the Estepario Siberiano drumming, percussion, creativity, so his fan base could ooh and ah and go nuts for. It's not how this is going to work. And it can't. Otherwise, it's not a band. And I love how on the first song on the album, right when you press play, the first thing you see is his partner in rhythm, Chris Atwell, just thunderous. And Peter's vocals do remind me of, there's something about this band that reminds me of another band, but not in a way that I want to throw shade, okay? Do you remember a band? Some of you won't, but you should. Queens of the Stone Age. That was literally a concept band where the members were kind of interchangeable, but the style of music was thunderous, creative. It was vocally driven, but all of the elements could stand on their own at any given time, and that's what made the band work. Creative storytelling. When I hear Peter Connolly's voice, it kind of reminds me of Queens of the Stone Age, where it's about telling a story. Which member of this ensemble will be the focus of our storytelling today? I feel like the cost does that as well. Now, the next song, Counting Every Dime. Okay, so if Bricklayer was thunderous bass, Counting Every Dime, the name of the song screams. How many beats are we going to put in this measure? Let's see. I don't know. Let's find out. Here we go. The next one up, Counting Every Dime. This one, 3 minutes, 53 seconds. Let's do it. Speaking of Queens of the Stone Age. Okay. All right. So yeah. Okay. Estepario is taking the lead on this one. Maybe not. Ooh, that's good. Stop. Shut the fuck up. Hey, no, shut up. There's no way that I made a now everyone's going to call bullshit. Everyone's going to be like, you've listened to the album. No, all the songs on the album that I haven't done reactions to, I haven't sat down to listen to yet. And the fact that I make a Queens of the Stone Age comparison because of the way they're arranging this stuff and the way it's about the story, and literally this song is literally, it's Queens to me, like hard. Even the vocal effect is, I'm going to say it now so I don't repeat myself too many more times, because I don't, because everyone hates that. And I will press play. We're going to continue all these songs, but I just want to say this. It would be so easy for any member of this band to dominate any song. But the fact that you have such amazing musicians and such creative musical talents and ideas that when they come up with a song concept, the beginning of the song was so Estepario heavy, and then he completely jumped back with bare bones in the count to allow Peter's guitar tone and groove shine and slip into that support to tell the story right. Unselfish storytelling, unselfish musicianship. These guys, all three of them could go off and it would be like La Villa Strangiato or YYZ or, you know, it would seem like one of those chaotic Rush songs or a song from a major, extremely, like a Tool song where it was, if you layered a couple different Tool songs on top of each other, where it's all muddied and it's muddled because they're trying to put so many layers. Every song, if they wanted to, they really could. Chris could just like, I'm going to go thunderous, funky bass lines. Estepario is going, great. If you're going to do that, I'm going to do this. And then, you know, Peter Connolly goes, okay, I'm going to freaking Freddie Mercury this shit. And at the same time, I'm going to throw down a slash metal groove, or Dimebag Darrell's going to love this thunderous riff. If you do it all at the same time, it may be cool for one song. But then there's no story arc in the album. Unselfish musicianship, unselfish creativity. I fucking love this song. And we're 2 songs in of 10, and I am... love this. There are bands out there that put out such amazing albums where you can sit through the whole album and see a story being told, and not a single song sounds the same. And it's way better than a lot of the stuff we grew up listening where it was the same thing, cookie cutter, trying to push stuff to radio all the time. You could tell that these 3 guys said, we're not just going to be in a band, and although we do want people to see our music, we do want this to be successful. We're not going to create music just for clicks. We're going to create music that's going to take people on these crazy rides, these crazy journeys, not only in musicianship and musical composition storytelling, but Peter's going to tell us a story, and we're going to sit back and we're just going to be like, yes, sir. More. That's what they're doing. I love it.
Nobody else stuck around for the show. Down and fight, do fuck, if I don't turn around. Like broken glass, the pain of mine, not again. I can seem to remember my name. Nice to know that it's always the same. Flying all the time, counting every dime, dying in your arms, never mind. Live to the joy, die to avoid that dreaded talk. Smoking a wall, bleed through it all, leave it out of my head. Sick to the bone, just soldier on, no turning back. Slave one more day, just wanna play, get away.
Pulls it back. Love it.
I can seem to remember your name. Nice to know that it's never the same. Flying all the time.
It's a good hook. It's such a good hook.
Dying in your arms before your eyes, the love you wasted. Flying all the time, waiting for the sun. Leave it all behind. Never mind.
Queens of the Stone Age. Okay, real quick. When I say that, it's a compliment. When it reminds you of things you love it. Here's my favorite part about that. You had parts where Peter's Connolly's guitar had that heavy groove, and Chris Atwell and Estepario, they backed out. They let him shine. And then during that other part, Estepario, Peter's singing, the guitar recedes, and then Chris jumps in with that mega, just chunky bass run that mimics the melody and continues the progression. And then they get to the bridge before the reprisal chorus, and then they take where Estepario goes big, Peter's going big, Chris goes big. They all go together. So instead of a breakdown, we're doing a break up. We're going up. We're going to combine it all together instead of breaking it down and trying to just do downbeat heavy, which is the thing right now. They just put all the layers together for just a little bit of a time to let you get caught up in that tempest, cut back, phase into an amazing reprisal chorus, and then switch it up for that ending. Savage, loved it. Counting Every Dime might be my favorite so far from a musical representation of the creativity that this band can produce. However, the next song is my favorite, but probably not my favorite version of it. The next song on the album is track number 3, which is Not For Me, which was their debut single that they put out. Amazing song, heavy, aggressive. It really showcased, and I think it was I think one of the reasons why this song was the one that was first released is because everyone jumps at it because they expect thunderous drumming, and it's there. But what it really showed off was Peter's amazing vocals, thunderous guitars, and Chris Atwell's dynamic rhythms that are going to just tell everyone, wow, these two guys are exactly the kind of guys that when you throw them in the mix with Estepario, magic's going to happen. Now, where this song is actually one of my favorites on the album so far, I haven't heard the rest of these, is this thing right here, by Cajon. I do play djembe, I do play Cajon. And the acoustic version of this is the guys, piano, guitar, bass, handpan, and a tabletop electronic Cajon. So I will listen to this song when the cameras are off, when computers turned off, and I will listen to this song with the Cajon. I have a switch Cajon, so I'll put it to the conga bonga sounds for the beginning while Estepario is playing the handpan, and I'm just kind of playing along with him and putting in that rhythm while he's putting in the tones and the chorus. I'm keeping that rhythm in the back end, and then when he goes to that tabletop electronic, I guess it's a Cajon, but it's a percussion panel, and he's just thunderously going on there. I'll switch the Cajon to the snare version and just thunderously fill in and do runs while he's doing that low end beat, and then just kind of fill in the rest of the song. It's one of my favorite songs to play in the Cajon. Another song I love to play in the Cajon that some of you have seen before is Alien Weaponry's Tangaroa. Yeah, that's how I like to roll. All right, so from a percussive standpoint, being able to play acoustic along with it, Not For Me, one of my favorite songs. Please check out the acoustic version of it. I will have links to all of my reactions to these in the description below, but do yourself a favor, check out the original videos. They're posted on Estepario Siberiano's YouTube channel, and of course, the cost, all their social medias, and of course, on streaming services. All right, here we go. Next song, next one I haven't seen yet. 3 minutes, 49 seconds. This one's called One of a Kind. Interesting. The name doesn't give anything away. No thoughts. When I'm thinking one of a kind, I'm thinking, yeah, these three guys are definitely unique. Put them together, and the cost is one of a kind. Unless you count Rush. That's also an epic 3-piece. Yeah. Oh. The Police. Yeah. Anyway, let's go.
One of the silent on the vine, one of the diamonds on the lane, one of a kind inside your head, throw yourself away. One of the sound you'll hear again, one of a thousand in the rain, one of a kind inside your eyes, see yourself today. One of the silent on the vine. In another freezing somewhere, buried in between the line, bleeding with your own illusion.
Oh, the sharpness of the notes is so strong.
Everything keeps in on time. You're blinded, misguided, as though you
Roll up. Can you do progressive punk? Is that even a thing? Because that's what this is. It has a very punk style approach, very sharp, very aggressive, very short, very staccato. Okay, there's not a lot of elongated notes in this. Very sharp, very devil may care on the edge right there. That kind of punk vibe. However, it is so intricately done, and the melody is so wonderful. Peter's run through on the guitar over the top of that melody is outstanding. And then whenever he goes in and he's kind of chopping it up, Chris Atwell just continues it with the bass. From a drumming perspective, this one kind of reminds me of one of the things that when Estepario Siberiano in his channel took everybody down a notch. His hype had gotten way beyond even himself. There were people talking, he's better than Dana Carey. Meshuggah is shit. He's better than Cattle Decapitation. He's better than this. He's better than this. He's like, whoa, stop everybody. Let me show you. He does his own reactions to Meshuggah. He does his own reactions to Infant Annihilator, Cattle Decapitation. He does his own reaction to Danny Carey, and he sits there like a lot of us who are percussionists that love rhythms, and we're like, he's just different. He marches to the beat of his own heart. And he looks at these guys and he's like, these guys are way better than me. These guys blow me away. And he'll tell you that. And he's right, because he doesn't walk in those guys' shoes. He doesn't walk in Danny Carey's shoes. If he went in there and he knows that Meshuggah is Meshuggah for the reason it is, and the different musicians that he sees in these other projects, he knows that their approach is different, and he recognizes greatness. For instance, who is the most flashy drummer of the 80s? No, the 80s. 60s, yeah, Keith Moon, I get that, whatever. But no, for the 80s, who was it? Tommy Lee, right? So Estepario is going to do a cover of a classic Motley Crue hit. And before he does it, he says, look, I know what you guys think I'm going to do, which is I'm going to triplet and possibly quad the hell out of this and play all over the place. And I'm going to slip knot the shit out of this Motley Crue song. And he said, no, this song, Tommy played it perfect. This is how it's supposed to be played. We're going to play it the way Tommy played. And damn it, he tried. he couldn't help himself. He did throw a little extra in there because it's him. Once he gets going, you never know. But he recognized that sometimes just because you can, unless it serves the betterment of a song, please don't do that. Right? So that's something that in this song I'm hearing where Estepario pulls way back because it serves the song. Now you do hear a few little interludes in here where he's kind of thunderous and quick and little fills that are like, ah. But other than that, my favorite part of all this, and I'm going to say it again, they're telling the story from the perspective of all three of them. This isn't the Estepario Siberiano show. This isn't, the Chris Atwell, watch me as I do these bass runs. And it's not Peter Connolly and the EU boys. It's not. It's the cost. All right, let's keep going. Sorry, I stopped this stuff because this is what I'm thinking. Now, here's my favorite part. I'm doing all this, and if you like it, great. If you don't, stop watching. Do me a favor. Please stop watching. If you don't like what I'm saying, I get it. It's not for you. Fine. I admit it. I'm not for everybody. I'm not. I've been divorced. Damn. Do me a favor, though. Go listen to the album on your own. Enjoy it for how you feel it. That's the whole point. There are going to be things about this album that you may not like. There's going to be things about this album that are going to make you want to share it with somebody. That's what we're trying to do. It doesn't matter if I like this album. My whole thing is I want people to see this and go, wait a minute. That reminds me of something that I used to love, but it's a modern take and it's different. And because of that, I'm going to check out the rest of the album and I might find my new favorite song. And then they share it with someone and then they share it with someone else. And then the next thing you know, we go back to 2019 and Kieran looks over at Giant in India and goes, holy crap, dude, we gotta put a band together. Everyone wants to see Bloodywood on stage this year and they all want us to tour, but we don't have a band. That really happened, by the way. Seriously. That's how Bloodywood got started. They were on the internet. They were creating internet songs. They were really, really good. And there was such a demand for them to be live and go on tour. And they got an invite to go to Wacken. They were like, we should put a band together. Yeah. And that's what happened. This is what's going on. The cost is exactly like Bloodywood. These are guys who have been cutting their chops for years. They find something special, and we've all loved this stuff. And just like Bloodywood in 2017, 18, and into 19, in 2025, you have to share this music. And it's not just the cost. It's a bunch of bands out there that are creating something completely new, completely different. It doesn't sound like anybody else. It's their own thing, and you got to share it. That's what we're doing. So let's do that.
Nothing left to win. Vapor by your reflection. Underneath the burning sun, you're absent, departed, as though you were one of the silent and divine, one of the diamonds on the night, one of a kind inside your head, throw it on the way, one of a sound you hear again, one of 1,000 in the rain, one of a kind inside your eyes, see yourself today, one of the silent down the line.
Is Chris going with him on that? Is that what I'm hearing? Is Chris going with Estepario on that? You do know that a lot of times the downbeat in a song, that bass downbeat where the bass plays its down note, is usually when the kick drum happens. Rarely do we see it in reverse where when the drummer's going off, that the bass player goes, wherever you go, buddy, I'm going with you. Is that what he's doing right now? I think he is. I think he is. Ooh. Wow. The next song is Her Eyes. Now, I've done a reaction to it. It is a mega huge song. Features an amazing vocalist that if you don't know that tone of voice, his sound can't help you. You crack a book, go back to 2008 and learn. But this song, one of a kind, the thunderous, that bridge section where Estepario is just thunderous in the kick, and Chris Atwell goes, you know, I'm going with you, right? And really? Yeah, I'm going with you. And then they do it. And then after the end of that complete onslaught, they pull completely back, pull this crazy musical interlude transition. It sounded like an acoustic guitar was in there with some synths and some keyed effects in there, and then right back into the reprisal. And it was unexpected. I love the unexpected. So that was one of the kind. The next track is, of course, number 5, Her Eyes, the second biggest, the second longest track of the album at 4 minutes and 44 seconds. The next one after that is Ginger, the name of the song, not the band. This is with the G, like the Spice, not the J, like the amazing groove metal band from the Ukraine. Which, by the way, also amazing 3-piece musical. With Tatiana, the vocals are incredible, but when you're talking about Roman's guitar phrasing and the drumming of the greatest piano playing drum playing pianist in Vlad, and then of course Eugene with his thunderous bass runs, the funky, groovy style of metal from Ginger with a J is one of the things I love about The Cost, is that the dynamic between Siberiano and Chris Atwell is undeniable. There's something about those two, you put them together and something is going to happen. So here we go. This one's called Ginger, 3 minutes, 51 seconds. For all I know, this is probably going to be, I don't know, a piano ballad with no drums and no bass, just Peter Connolly on the piano, knowing my luck, because I talked about, you know, grooves and everything, because that's how it works for me. Wouldn't be surprised. Nope. Oh my God, until Peter started singing, I'm like, you have to, no, it's not with a J, it is with a G. For a second there, the way that groove was throwing, I thought it was with a J. No, it's with a G. Oh my God. That was that was so damn good. Okay, let's back it up a little bit. I want to hear that opening groove again. Oh my God, it was so good. I love that Zill bell. Bing. Oh, this could be my favorite song.
I heard you hide outside. I know your voice. You make me sick. You make me overjoyed. I close my eyes.
I wanted the bell again. Ooh.
Take me higher, I'm lost and I am found. Lay me down again. I'm so I'm broke, I'm paralyzed again. You were the
It's so damn good because we're sitting here and we're enjoying this groove in this song Ginger. And one of my favorite parts about this is Peter's vocals. When the Groove Father and Chris are going super funky, super dynamic, super punchy, off counts, syncopation, all this stuff going on, he's doing these beautiful sustained notes. It's kind of taking you through a sustained, beautiful choral vocal. And I'm just like, it's so damn good. Perfectly balanced every single time. If these guys were chefs, they would win on the Food Network in every damn show because their food has perfect balance. It's so balanced. It's got perfect acid and the protein really highlights. It's got a heat, but like I said, that acid cuts through the fat and the salt is perfect. Yeah, that's their musical styling right here. Everything is perfectly balanced. And this could be my favorite song because Peter's vocals in every song they do, especially the Not For Me acoustic one, when he does a sustained note and whenever he's pushing a hard vocal, it's one thing. The savagery, the passion is there. When he does a sustained emotional tone vocal, you swear to God he's having a conversation about something very personal, something that's either painful or something that's really important to him, and you're captivated in what he's saying. And even if you're not paying attention to the words per se, because you're lost in the song, the emotion of his tone says, this is important. Pay attention. This is really important. Please catch this. And you do. Not a lot of vocalists can do that anymore. Everybody's so worried about doing harsh vocal or going up really high or making pig noises. And don't get me wrong. You know who you are. The people that push the limits of the vocal instrument to its highest level, the amount of control, discipline, technique, it's amazing. It is incredible. It's just like when Estepario does a video where he tries to outdrum a drumming robot, right? It's impressive to see it. But sometimes, just like Estepario does in a lot of these songs, he pulls back to serve the story, pulls back to serve the band, and it works. In this case, Peter's vocal, it's so personal. It's so vulnerable. It's so real in its context. You believe it. And believing the story, believing what the band is saying is all about it. Was Freddie Mercury the greatest vocalist of all time? No, he was not. Was he the greatest storyteller, showman that captured the imaginations, passions, and the attention of every single person that ever saw him perform? Yeah. That's why he's the greatest frontman of all time, because he captivates your attention. When Peter does these type of vocals, when it's vulnerable, you're paying attention. You're in. You're also watching your wife or your girlfriend going, honey, you still like me, right? Not Peter, me. Yeah, I've been there, buddy. It's rough, man. It sucks. Oh, pulls that through. The way he extends that fill out, just
Lay me down again.
ooh.
Dumb me and pull me down, drive. You took it from me, then you fucked it away. You're my pleasure, my pain. Lay me down again. I need you more than ever. No, you're not a friend. A simulated lover. Lay me down and take me higher. I'm lost and I am found. I'm lost and I am found. Lay me down again. Dumb me and pull me down,
Okay, now you fuckers are just showing off. Seriously, you're just showing off now. By far, so far, it's my favorite song of the album. And the reason why I can say that is because Not For Me acoustic isn't on it. It is the most complete song in storytelling composition. It specializes and shows off and shows out everything this band is good at. Rhythm section, come on. Dynamics, come on. Progressive changing of styles and changing the feel and the key changes. It's dynamically progressive music. It's very funky. Got that kind of jazz interlude feel to it because of the way it transitions from mode to mode. And of course, Peter puts on a clinic here vocally. He does earnest, personal tones. He does aggressive power tones. He does a harsh vocal that isn't in the tonal range harsh, but it's harsh, aggressive shouting. And then that earnest, beautiful vocal at the end. I mean, granted, share Ginger, the song Ginger, share it with all your friends. Do not share it with your wife or your girlfriend. He will steal your woman, dude. That vocal, she gone, bruh. Okay. Have your wife and girlfriend check out the rest of the album. That's cool. She can't. No. Ginger, you'll be lonely quick. And all you'll be left is, well, you still have the rest of the album. So that's good. I mean, your chick is gone. She's trying to find Peter online right now, but yeah, it's okay. Okay, so okay, so the next one is Into the Drone. We've checked that one out, so we know how much we love that one. The next one is the longest song on the album. It is just under 5 minutes. It's called Floods. With a name like Floods, you're expecting wave upon wave of musicianship, creativity, dynamic, and thunder of the gods. I don't know, but so far, every song has been unique. So maybe this is the one where they just kind of go off. Ready? Let's find out. This one's called Floods, track number 8, 4 minutes and 54 seconds.
Dreams of fate in harmony.
And he's wrong.
Sun that's sitting still behind the hills. As they seem like full-blown days in a place where no one sees her. Hears you drowning.
When he does things on the drums, I'm not expecting you'll see my face freak out.
Every thought of heavy stone you bear alone. Tired and spent, you know repent. Running wide towards the hollow, claiming that you want it. Rigor says you need it. Pride will justify it.
Oh, the tom work.
Organizing hate takes over. High time you made amends. Smile wider than the high moon rising. Sun in your hand, it cuts to the bone. You swear that you'll throw it, but keep it your own. Carry the weight like it's all that you know. The longer you hold it, the deeper it grows. Bitter and cold, can't let it go. The anger inside you taking control. Burning your mind, you won't let it show. The cage that you build, the dream that you sold. Want it, rigor says you need.
Okay, if the song is Floods from a perspection, they could have called the song Lasagna because it's layered as fuck, man. There are layers and layers and layers of tones. Guitar for it's a 3-piece, guys. It's just 3 guys. But Chris is leaning into the dynamics. He's not just playing the downbeats, he's filling in. He's going to have blisters on his blisters at the end of this song. Estepario is playing that simple percussion framework, but the amount of stuff he's inserting in there within it to create that rhythmic layer, and the way they're playing makes what they're doing melodic in conjunction with what Peter's doing. This song is lasagna. It is so layered. It is like a flood of sound, and it is beautiful. It's damn beautiful. And for a song to be 5 minutes long, it either has to be a prog song where you change up a lot, or it's got to be something that is so overwhelmingly emotional, or composition and musical composition is so well performed you never realize you've been there for 5 minutes. Remember, humans' musical composition, they 3 minutes and they're done. The average person. But for those of us who love prog metal, why isn't it 8? Because we're dumb. Anyway, let's get back into it, because this is lasagna. This is a showing of layering right here.
But keep it your own. Carry the weight like it's all that you know. The longer you hold it, the deeper it grows. Bitter and cold, can't let it go.
want to enjoy this bridge, this switch up. The first 3 minutes of this song were an exercise in filling something with a lot of layers, and then for the chorus to bring it right back into a focus, a straightforward focus. Literally filling the ether with dynamic interludes in the bass, different tabs above just what is in the core bass line. In drums, this is one of those times where Estepario, you see a cover or a drumming video where he's just all over the place and he's fitting in these little taps on the ride or a splash or a little a conga bongo or a clog hit in the middle of a section where it just fills it in. The verses of this song do that, where they're just literally taking all the elemental and musicianship layers and they're just filling in every nook and cranny with perfectly arranged sound. But then whenever they get to the chorus, they narrow it in. And Estepario does that chop, and then they just hit the bass, those downbeat singular quarter notes, and and then quarter. Instead of that filling, they focus it. And so by the time you get to the realization that we're to 3 minutes, you didn't even realize because you were trying to figure out everything that was going on in that field of musicianship. And then when they focus it, you're like, whoa. And then now we're going into just where everything cuts out and you hear that kick drum and you know something's about to happen. Now, we don't know what it is. I have to press play for it to happen. So I'm going to shut up so we can enjoy that now. You're welcome. Oh, the cymbal work. That dude's such a tease. Okay, seriously, on that one, Estepario Siberiano kind of teased us a little bit. In that section leading up to the reprisal, it's just that kick drum. And then you have that just nasty, disgusting guitar riff, and you hear him on those cymbals just playing around, doing that cymbal work, and you're thinking, oh, and then he just drops back in and just, almost like a breakdown, just starts hitting those downbeats, those singular counts, just driving, and then allows the guitar, Peter's guitar and Chris's bass to kind of throw a groove in there to keep it just, it's literally, it's like floodwaters hitting the wall over and over. Okay, fine, I get it now. All right, so there you go. That was track number 8. Now, the last 2 tracks have been released already. Rogue, which a lot of people love. I absolutely love Rogue. Check out my reaction to that one. And King Illusion. Now, here's the thing. We've sat here for over an hour. Well, I've sat here for over an hour, and you guys have put up with me. So this is what we've learned. Everything from this album, Doppler Affection, is exactly what I hoped it would be in this respect. Isn't it weird with all the amazing songs that we've checked out from the cost so far, that already I can tell you my favorite song from the album wasn't a single, wasn't a video. It's the perfect song for me. And if I didn't go look into the album, I never would have found it. So what's your excuse? You don't have one. You sat here through this with me. I appreciate your patience. Why did I do this? How many times have I done a sit down listen through to an album, all the songs on an album that I haven't seen in videos before? I think this is only the second time I've ever done that. The first time was for the new album from Unleash the Archers that they released last year, because to me, it was the perfect storytelling album. To me, Cost is one of those bands that if you don't know, you may not discover them. If you get the chance and someone shares it with you, they are now your friend for life because they just shared you something that could be your guilty pleasure that you want to share with other people. This is one of those word of mouth type albums. It's not going to be something that, granted, a lot of Estepario Siberiano's fan base has seen these. They enjoy them. I don't know what the percentage of his fan base is there just for the crazy drumming. Because look, his short stuff on TikTok and Reels, come on, it's crazy stuff. And people show up for that. But a lot of us love his interpretation, his creativity, and his passion. And the fact that he found Chris and Peter and the three of them got together to create what could be one of my favorite creative works of 2025. And this is a year of crazy music. So much music is coming out. For those of you that didn't know this was out, I don't want you to miss out on something that could really be on your playlist for the rest of the year. So go check it out. Of course, as always, all of the cost information is in the description below. Please check them out. For the guys in the cost, thank you so much for supporting my reactions to your music. I understand that I'm a reactor, and sometimes reactors get a bad rap that they're just trying to create videos and content on the back of other people's creativity. And if I thought I was doing that, I would stop this right now and never do it again. But you know what? People have to see this band. They have to hear this album. And for every single person that I can show this to that would not have seen it or heard it otherwise, that's the goal. And if I can just find a few or many new listeners for this band, 100% worth my time. Every time. I mean, granted, I was going to listen to this album anyway. Might as well turn on the camera, right? And with that, thank you guys so much. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right over there. A big thank you to all my Patreons out there for everything you do. And if you want more content like this, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together. We'll see you later.